You know what's brutal? You finally hit 6 figures, and you're more broke than when you made half as much. Your parents think you're rich. Your bank account knows you're trapped. And here's the psychological trap that starts working the second your raise hits. It's called lifestyle inflation. But that's not the real name. The real name is identity capture. And by the time you feel it, you're already owned. Meet Sarah, 2022. She's 28, making $52,000 at a nonprofit. Studio apartment. Takes the bus. Feels poor, but free. Then she gets the call. New job, $98,000. She screams. She celebrates. She thinks, finally, I can breathe. Fast forward 14 months. She has the 1-bedroom with the exposed brick. The Honda Civic became a BMW lease. The occasional 15 cocktail became the expected 200 dinner. Nothing crazy, just alignment with her new level. Then she checks her account. Her new normal costs $4,200 a month. Her old life costs $2,800. The $46,000 raise, she keeps $8,000. The rest evaporated. And now she realizes something that makes her sick. She needs this job more than she did at half the income. The raise didn't buy freedom, it bought maintenance. And maintenance is a prison with better furniture. Here's why your brain does this. It's called hedonic adaptation. Every upgrade excites you for about 90 days. Then it becomes baseline. The larger home becomes normal. The BMW becomes standard. The financial cushion, it shrinks quietly in the background while you're not looking. Pleasure fades, expenses stay. And once something becomes normal, losing it feels like loss, even if it once felt like luxury. Your brain can't tell the difference between need and used to. That's the bug. And every app you use, from Instagram to Zillow, is hacking this bug against you. But here's the deeper layer. You don't want the better apartment. You want proof you've outgrown the old one. You don't want the BMW. You want external validation that you're not the bus-taking nonprofit version of yourself anymore. This isn't about comfort. This is about congruence. Your external life must match the identity you've built internally. And once spending becomes identity reinforcement, reducing it feels like shrinking, like failure, like going backward in front of everyone who watched you move forward. That's not a financial problem. That's an existential trap. Here's the paradox nobody talks about. The higher your income climbs, the more fragile your structure becomes. Because your expenses rise faster than your resilience. 2 people earn $100,000. One absorbs every raise into visible upgrades. The other keeps lifestyle stable and invests the difference. From the outside, the first looks ahead. From the inside, the second has margin. Margin is quiet power. With margin, you negotiate differently. You endure downturns calmly. You don't panic at uncertainty. Without margin, income becomes oxygen. You can't afford interruption. You can't take the risk. You can't quit the job that's slowly killing you because your apartment requires your salary. Modern culture makes this inevitable. You're not competing with your neighbors. You're competing with algorithms showing you the next level every time you open your phone. Better homes, better travel, better standards. You don't consciously compete, but your baseline shifts. And once your baseline shifts, going backward feels humiliating, even if it's strategic, even if it saves you. Your brain treats downgrade as defeat. That's not rational. That's evolved. And it's killing your options. Ask yourself something uncomfortable. If your income doubled tomorrow, what would expand first? Your investments or your lifestyle? Would your freedom increase or your obligations? Most people widen the river. Bigger house, better car, higher recurring costs. Few deepen the reservoir. 2 trees. One grows wide fast, impressive branches, shallow roots. Looks strong, dies in the first drought. The other grows slow above ground, deep below, survives storms. Your salary is sunlight. Most people grow branches. Smart people grow roots. Which tree are you? Here's the truth most high earners never admit. Lifestyle inflation doesn't destroy wealth overnight. It destroys optionality slowly. You don't notice it in your 20s. You feel it in your 30s. You confront it in your 40s, when stepping back is no longer easy. Downgrading doesn't hurt because of comfort. It hurts because of narrative. You built a story of ascent, and contraction feels like failure. But maturity isn't defined by what you can afford. It's defined by how independent your identity is from what you display. Money can expand your image, or it can expand your leverage. One attracts attention, the other absorbs shocks. If you're earning more but sleeping the same, if your income rises but your margin disappears, you didn't become wealthy. You became more expensive.